Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about 7 habits that are making men weak and unattractive. So habits can make or break you. I've done a couple videos on habits in the past. What are some good habits? What are some bad habits? And these 7 habits I'm going to talk about today definitely aren't doing you any favors. So let's get right into it. Number 1, we have a sedentary lifestyle. Not moving your body, not making working out and moving your body a priority for you is something that you will most certainly regret later. And this is quite literally a dangerous habit. With anything and everything available at our fingertips, you might be working from home, maybe you're playing video games, you're sitting on the couch on your phone. Less people are making moving their body and working out and staying active a priority. This is obviously horrible for your physical health and well-being, but it's also just as detrimental to your mental health and well-being as well. Working out is like a natural antidepressant. If there's ever a day where I wake up a little bit anxious or maybe I'm in a funk, all I have to do is work out and I automatically feel a million times better. Now, I'm not saying it's going to cure all of your problems. If you're having a bad day because of something that happened, it might not necessarily, magically fix all of your issues, but it definitely makes you feel a lot more at ease, a lot better. It's productive, it's motivating, it's something that is going to get you in a great state of mind for the rest of the day. And I just think that a lot of people underestimate the power of staying active and moving your body, going to the gym, going for a run, taking a workout class. This will set you up for success, and so many people just straight up aren't doing it. So recently I actually got a personal trainer, and not to sound dramatic, but it actually has changed my life. So if you're someone who maybe, is scared to take the leap for working out, maybe you feel a little bit anxious or nervous in the gym, you don't know where to start, just start. I promise that's the hardest part, but I really want to emphasize here the importance of working out. This is making you weaker physically, obviously, by not doing it, but it's also making you weaker mentally. Just trust me, I promise. So let this be your sign to kick your sedentary, lazy lifestyle to the curb and start being active, moving your body, and prioritizing your health. And that kind of leads me into my point number 2 here, which is neglecting your appearance. And I know you hear this and you think that might sound a little bit shallow, so let me explain. This goes beyond just surface level importance. Having good grooming habits, taking care of yourself, taking care of your hygiene, showing up and dressing well, all play into the way that you feel about yourself and also the way that you are perceived and viewed by others. This could be negatively impacting your success, your love life, your career. So many different facets of your life that you might not even consider how this might affect them. And why does it negatively impact those things? Well, because it also negatively impacts the way you feel about yourself and your confidence. When you put on an outfit that you just feel confident and amazing in, it probably makes you feel like $1,000,000. Look good, feel good. I'm a firm believer in that mentality. I definitely can tell the difference when I dress well and put a little bit of makeup on and really show up for myself versus if I stay in my pajamas all day and work with my hair up, So just putting in that extra effort really goes a long way. While we're on the topic of making sure that you're not neglecting yourself, fall is in full swing, so it is time to prep for the chilly fall weather. With your wardrobe, of course, but also with your skin. Just like wearing more layers to protect yourself from the cold, you have to do the same thing for your skin. The cold fall temperatures can dry out and irritate your skin, which, surprise, causes acne breakouts, which we absolutely do not want. To avoid that rough, acne-prone skin, these are 3 steps you can take to try to get that healthier, smoother, nicer looking complexion. Number 1, use a moisturizer to keep that moisture locked in your skin, keep your skin hydrated. The dry fall wind strips away moisture from your skin, so to prevent your face from looking like sandpaper, you need to be using a protective moisturizer daily, morning, and night. The next step is to use an exfoliator to make sure you're getting rid of all that dead, dry skin that's building up on your face to reveal your soft, smoother skin underneath. In the summer, I typically recommend exfoliating 3 times a week just to get rid of all that, extra debris and oil. In the fall and winter, you can tone it back a bit, so I would go for twice a week. And lastly, use a hydrating face wash. You're probably used to the typical face washes that cleanse your skin, but many of these are too strong for this colder half of the year. So you want to use a face wash that has hydrating ingredients like aloe vera and natural oils to counteract the stripping properties of a cleanser. This proficiency set from Apricus Skincare comes with everything you'll need to protect your skin this fall. I've actually recommended Apricus in the past, and all of you who tried it told me that you absolutely loved it. So if you haven't got your hands on it, be sure to check it out. If you sign up for their subscription and use my discount code, it comes out to be like less than $1 a day, which I think is so worth it. Teddy uses this and he loves it, so definitely check it out. Number 3 is poor nutrition. You are what you eat. Nutrition obviously not only affects the way that your body looks on the outside, but also the way that it functions and feels on the inside. Health is wealth. You really have to start fueling your body with the nutrients that it needs. Cut the junk food. Stop going to McDonald's every day. Seriously, guys, this is something that I see so many people do. Not just men, women do this as well. Actually, I think women do all the things on this list as well, but my videos are obviously, catered towards men, so that's why the video is framed that way. But these are mistakes that everyone makes, and it's okay to enjoy a meal every now and then, go out to eat, get something yummy, have a nice little dessert, but really pay attention to the way that it affects you and the way that you're functioning. Because I think a lot of people don't understand the correlation between the food that you're eating and then the way that you function and the way that your brain works even. Poor diet can make you sluggish, it can make you moody, it can make you depressed, and so many other bad things that you just want to avoid altogether. So really start paying attention to your diet. What are you fueling your body with? Really pay extra attention to your nutrition and try to get yourself in a place where you're fueling your body with healthy nutrients that it needs instead of just filling it with all this crap junk food. Trust me, it will make a difference. So many people are not moving their body or working out. They don't take care of themselves. They're eating junk food and fast food all the time and then wonder why they feel depressed and sad or anxious or moody or sluggish. Take a look at your habits and I guarantee you'll find your answers. Number 4 is a controversial topic, but that is alcohol. The reason I say this is not to be a party pooper, okay? Nobody likes a party pooper. But I think as a whole, our society likes to put their little blinders up to the negative consequences and side effects that can come along with excess alcohol use or even any alcohol. It's more widely accepted to drink versus not drink. And I know that as someone who does not drink myself. Alcohol is basically the only drug or substance that you have to explain why you're not using it, which I think is just crazy when you really think about it. I care about my brain. I care about being in control of my actions, and that's why I don't want to drink. I've seen people go down the road of addiction, and I personally don't want that life for myself, so I just don't drink altogether. It's a personal choice, but really I think excess alcohol use or using alcohol as a way to cope with things, a way to feel better, a way to neglect your responsibilities or life is definitely not a healthy habit that you should be doing. Many people do use alcohol as a way to cope or a way to numb themselves to the reality of life. It's horrible for your brain, it causes poor choices, lack of judgment and control over yourself, and it's expensive. Some of these people are blowing all their money on a Mai Tai every weekend or bottle service at the club. Save your money, stop wasting it on alcohol to wake up and feel horrible the next day. I just don't understand. And maybe that's just because I don't drink, but gosh, some of you are just blowing all your money, even money you don't have, on alcohol every single weekend. So just something to consider. As I said, I'm not saying this to be a party pooper. It's okay to go out with your friends every now and then and have some fun, but just make sure this is not a recurring habit. I think when it becomes a habit, that's when it becomes a problem. Number 5 is being messy and unorganized. A clean space quite literally calms the mind. I know if you live in constant chaos or a mess, your brain kind of reflects the space that you're in. Being organized with your time, with your space, with your life in general helps keep you productive and make sure that you're staying on track. If you need to use Google Calendar or the little calendar app on your phone or write it down physically in a planner, I do all three. I like to have my organization everywhere just to make sure that I'm good to go no matter where I'm at. I'm a little bit overly organized, I think, sometimes to a fault. But really being organized helps keep me on track. It helps keep me productive. It helps me with my success because I see exactly what I need to get done to get to where I want to go. This could include writing down your goals as well to know what you need to do to get there. I think really just making what you want for yourself and your vision or your dreams or your goals so clear and attainable, keeping that organized helps you stay on track and make sure that you're on the path to get there. So just something to consider. I've done videos about this in the past as well, but I think that being messy and unorganized can often make people fall off track, forget what they're doing, forget where they're going, forget what their goals are, and just kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit. So just make a conscious effort to stay organized, stay on top of things, and keep your life a little bit more organized. Number 6 is a big one, and that is wasting time. Scrolling on TikTok, playing video games for 10 hours a night. I don't know what you guys are doing, but a lot of you are wasting your time. So many of us, including myself sometimes, are wasting time on mindless, meaningless activities, whether it be scrolling on your phone, again, playing video games, watching TV. I'm not saying cut out all entertainment. I think having entertainment and fun in your life is important. Again, totally not trying to be a party pooper. I watch movies. I, sit on my phone. My job is to be on my phone, so that's an important part of my life. But also make sure that you're prioritizing the things that are productive, the things that are genuinely important for your goals and your success, instead of wasting all of your time doing all of these, again, meaningless, mindless activities. So again, not telling you guys to never enjoy entertainment, but just to be mindful of the time that you're spending on it and the habits that you find yourself repeatedly doing. And in return, pay attention to how it could be potentially affecting you. If you come home every day from work, you're tired, you plop down on the couch, you eat a bag of potato chips, you don't work out, you don't take care of yourself, you watch TV all night or play video games or do whatever the heck you're doing, scroll on your computer or your phone, and you're not doing any action that propels you towards your future or success, you're wasting time. You're just straight up wasting your time and your energy on things that don't matter. So just pay attention to this. And number 7, being financially irresponsible. So many people are spending their money on things that they absolutely 100% cannot afford. You've probably got on TikTok before or Instagram even, and you see people with all of these things and you think, how are they going on 10 European vacations a year? How does this girl have 20 Chanel handbags? How are these people going to bottle service every weekend? How are they affording all of this? I will tell you the answer. It's that most of them cannot afford it. They're in debt, they have credit cards, they're wasting their money, they're spending money they don't have on things that they cannot afford. And when you see stuff like this, it's very easy to compare yourself and say, well, why can't I do that? Or why am I not doing that? Or why can't I afford that? When the reality is that the people that are doing it probably can't afford it either. So don't waste your money or buy things to impress a bunch of people that you probably don't even like anyway. And on things that you just straight up cannot afford. What I'm saying here is just to be responsible with your money. This does not mean be cheap. Cheap and frugal are very different things, and I think frugal is a guy who is incredibly responsible with his money, knows what he can and cannot spend his money on, and lives within his means or below his means. How can you get ahead and prepare for your future if you're constantly blowing all your money? You can't. This includes all of you who are spending your money on OnlyFans, on porn, on girls, taking them shopping, sending them money online. Stop doing it. Even bottle service every weekend. Stop doing it. There's nothing more embarrassing and horrible looking than a guy who is constantly buying bottle service for a ton of girls. Just don't do it. A guy who is responsible with his money, who is preparing and setting himself up for success is the true flex. It's giving Giga Chad vibes, okay? So don't be a guy who's blowing his money, spending your money on cars and girls and a bunch of stuff you can't afford. All right, guys, that is all I have for 7 habits that are making men weak and unattractive. If I missed anything, let me know down in the comments. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. Really, I just think these 7 habits are things that are not benefiting you. Maybe you don't realize that you're doing them, and now you can really take a step back and be like, you know what? Courtney was right. I should stop playing video games for 7 hours a night, and I should go to the gym instead and move my body and stay active, or whatever you take away from this video. Take what you need, leave what you don't. Please share down in the comments what changes you're going to make or things that you've noticed with your life that you can share with some other guys down below. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.